you join us here once again, not for the Australian Grand Prix, that will be fixed. But yes, we've got a new lobby up, ready again for some ILR2 at Hungary, wet, and if Codemasters have any idea what they're doing, it'll be fixed. So yes, welcome back.
Welcome to the beautiful view of the grid, the lobby screen.
Yes,
Um,
delightful view,
we're of
isn't
course,
it?
if you are just joining us, it is Jake on pole position with Tao behind them, so you've got that to look forward to. It was supposed to be raining, but yeah, this is what happens when Jake gets on pole.
Yeah, he just sort of ruins everything. It's
He
like
breaks the game whenever he takes the lead.
George, but the other way round. George gets on pole,
Yeah,
he DCs. Jake gets on pole, everyone else
everybody
DCs.
dies.
You know, it's just ugh.
If I
Anyway,
disconnect, you're all coming with me.
yes. And I think in the chat you just said as well. I don't know if anyone knows that, but yeah. Let's just pretend it was behind the safety car and Jake won the race the whole way because it was too wet. It's sad because that sounds like a type of thing that would actually happen.
Mm.
The way F1's all safe these days.
Yeah, what was it, Brazil 2017
No.
or 2016?
Brazil
Which
2016 was really
mm,
wet,
mm.
and then it was run behind safety car for a while, but then there was Britain 2016 where it was literally held at the safety car until it was time for inters. It was horrendous. Literally, safety car comes in, half the field piles into the pits with them. It's
Yep.
very embarrassing. Right, I'm gonna see if I can find a drink before this, so keep the viewers entertained.
Oh, great. Oh, they have changed the track to Hungary at least, which is good. And we're waiting for somebody to choose the car, which is always good. So, the game had a bit of an aneurysm. It's back. Crashed before we could get onto the grid. They made a new lobby. And we're trying to get ready to go here. As the ILR2 group chat explodes. So we're good to go as soon as Jordan picks his car. So we're literally waiting on Jordan to get into the Mercedes immediately. Jordan, Jordan, please wake up. We're waiting on you. Oh, let's hope for something. There we go. Oh, here we go. Finally. Took long enough. So let's see what the weather ends up now. It's custom weather, of course, but we'll not quite able to see what it is. So we have got up and running finally. Let's hope the game doesn't do the exact same thing again. Okay. We should be underway now with the formation lap.
Hello. Got here just in time.
Okay, yeah.
Pepsi
So,
Max in hand.
so Scott's just saying it's a wet to dry race, so it's going to dry up.
Right.
I don't know when, but
Interested to how he knows this. Imagine someone must have told him.
because I think the
Quickly
weather is
enough.
not the weather's gone custom. He didn't put it on dynamic. It's on. I mean, it might be on custom the whole time, but he obviously knows he had to tweak some settings
Yeah.
to get things underway. That took way. We should be about 5 laps into the race at this stage, but
Yeah. I'm making
should
my
be-
excuses to this other league. Hope not too
Alright.
angry at me. Anyway,
well,
here we go then.
Should go straight into the.
Wow,
we'll
look
have
at
the
that.
wait.
Rain.
Oh wow! We didn't see this coming.
Oh, wow, this is a real surprise.
Yeah. So here we are. Please don't do the same thing to us again.
Oh, that would be
However,
horrendous.
I am noticing we do still have ultras in the garage.
I know.
So
That's good, though. That means
that is
he's
good.
accurately represented the conditions from beforehand.
Yes. So that means it's going to be dry tires to wet, then back to dry again. By the looks of things.
Yes.
Or are we going to have a situation where with something before where it just the track would not get wet at all
I should
for the
actually.
entire duration of the race?
You know, I forgot to do. I completely forgot to send out a link because I don't think Jack realizes we've had to restart this.
We're no okay. We're on the inters. We are on the inters, not the dries. So
Good.
we are going to get underway, and the grid is as it was. So if you did miss qualifying, here's your grid. It's Jake on pole. So he caused all this by getting himself on pole, as you can see right there. So Jake in the McLaren on pole position. Tao, the Austrian, alongside him in P2. Then Zeno Mercedes and Mr. Costa in P4. Then Corey. Then Goody. Then Alice Killer. Then we've Scott in P8. And then the two Toro Rossos of Abbey and Weisley in P9 and 10. Outside the top 10. We've got Jordan. We have George. We have Maladiktas, Tim Veg. Then Scuba. Ollie, new full-time driver in ILR there. Samster also, new guy. Then we have Banana Times. Then Joseph reserved for today in the Mercedes, and Dutch Triggers in the Haas right there at the back of the grid.
Ooh, Jake clatters the curb there. He won't want to do that in the real thing. He'll end up in Narnia. Testing out his track limits there.
So he did it. You did say he put his wet setup on in quali.
Yes.
So,
well, he gets put his setup on now, won't he? I think everyone will have their wet
yeah.
setups on, so it doesn't really matter. Shame that
Yeah.
that piece of strategy actually would have worked out really well for him, but he may not have as much of an advantage this time. So lucky.
Is it finally his day? It should have been in Hockenheim, but the game didn't want it either. Did not like him.
He's gonna be dead into turn one.
Yeah, because we did say all the signs point to a Wisely win
Oh
overall.
yes.
So is Wisely going to come from P10 to P1? Oh, we've had a spinner. George has spun. Well done, George.
He's got a nosebleed. That's the issue. He's back to normal.
Yeah, there you go, George. Get it going. Oh, well, there you go.
Get the blood flow and yeah, get ready. No,
Right.
we're not gonna get in trouble for this.
No, we are not going to, because we are going to change this. It's a 2-season anniversary of a certain quote from a certain Mr. Evil Dragon. So
yes,
myself and Owen are going to do our best here to do justice to this. Here we go. 5 lights.
5 lights. Go! Meggy! And they all got off the line correctly. It's a good start from Costa. And Senna Mercedes, the 2 Red Bulls. 1-2.
Costa's done them all. Down towards turn 1, he's ahead of everybody. Jake's bottled a start. Costa's got through. What a start from the Portuguese man. And watch for Corey as well, who's behind. He's managed to get through to 2nd place. Jake has royally bottled the start. So we knew it wasn't going to go well for him. Alice Killer's up to P3. What a start from Costa and Corey. Wow.
Them 2 Red Bulls absolutely flew off the lines. Senna Mercedes got a bit crowded out and could well have been 2nd there, but he's been good to hold on to 3rd. But yeah, Corey looking really strong there at the start actually. He's sticking to the back of Costa quite well. And yeah, he's looking very nice at the start. Also the 2 Toro Rossos got away quite well up to 7th and 9th. Certainly be good to keep an eye on them, obviously, the 2 championship protagonists.
Yeah. Wow, Costa absolutely nailed that. 3 wide down towards turn 1. And he actually doesn't really have good memories. Because actually last year it rained in Hungary, from what I remember, and he lost the race lead to Paga in the dying moments because he was on the wet tyres when he should have been on the inters.
Oh, so, Scott caused a bit of chaos. Oh dear. He went off the track and then sort of came back onto the path of, I think it was Goody, and maybe did a bit of damage. Either way, Scott's right down the field, back to where he should be.
Oh dear. Right, well, to the front, an absolutely incredible start puts Costa in the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Also, Corey, brilliant getaway up to P2. Zeta Mercedes stays where he was in P3. Then Alice Killer managed to get ahead. But Tao and Jake, they're about to go wheel to wheel here now. The top two have actually dropped into the clutches of the Toro Rossos. They've made contact as Tao tries to come around the outside, but Abby and Wisely, as we said, they're together and they're chasing them already.
Dutch Trick had actually made a fantastic start. He started what, last, and he was up to
Last,
11th,
yeah.
but then he had to pit.
For damage, yeah.
A real shame that.
So, Jordan, he's putting up a bit of a fight here. Managed to get back past Wisely. But yeah, what on earth happened to our pole man and our second place man off the grid?
He had a nosebleed.
Maybe so, because our championship leader is right with them already.
Yeah.
As you can see.
I don't know, maybe just the slipstream off the start could have been a factor. Because obviously in the way it's different. You have to go about starts more differently. Maybe I'd practice that. Oh wow, Ty really had to save that one through there.
Completely sideways.
And there's
Wisely on Jordan now. Down the inside again, because Jordan's putting up a real good fight here. But it should be Wisely past him now, and he is past.
He rather nudged him out of the way, didn't he?
Because initially I was on board with Zeta Mercedes initially, and he just completely done the two guys at the top on the front row completely, and Costa did even better than that. So Costa's in the lead, Corey's P2, and Zeta Mercedes is P3. So it's a really good day for the Red Bulls so far. Alice Killer ahead of his teammate there, and Tao and Jake having a little ding-dong fight here with our championship leader Abby just behind.
Yeah, Wisely.
Oh, there's Tao. He's looking. He's down the inside of Jake. Side by side through the Left-hander into the right-hander. Jake's going to have the inside line, so he should be able to hold on to that one.
Yeah, Wisely lost it there. Look, he's off the track, but he had been held up.
Oh, Jordan down the inside. That's brave. He has to back out of it, and here comes Samster up the inside. Great start from Samster, actually. Up in the points already.
Yeah. Kept his nose nice and clean up into the 9th now. But
yeah,
Wisely, he'd lost so much time, hadn't he? Being stuck behind Jordan, and I guess he was just pushing hard to catch back up, but he's really struggling out there.
Yeah, Samster's up 8 positions from where he started, so fantastic start from the Canadian. As he gets past Jordan there, he chases after Wisely there. Abby just sticking with Tao and Jake, and they're really not. Looks like Jake is actually kind of holding up Tao here.
Yeah.
In the way. Alice Killer's kind of in a lonely P4 there. And all these guys are kind of evenly spaced out up the front, and we do know that the rate it is going to dry up later on. So we'll see who's going to have the faster pace. But Costa, we saw it last year, he's absolutely formidable in wet conditions.
Absolutely, and this is, one of the tracks that really established him as that. He made a mistake with the strategy towards the end of that race, which sort of cost him the win.
Down the inside again, sorry to cut it up, but he's just not able to get past.
But like I say, Costa, he was formidable last year at this race. Unfortunately, I think he got a decision wrong. He stayed out on the wet tyres just a bit too long, I think, wasn't it? When it started to
it was.
Get drier, and it was a strategic masterclass for the likes of Paul, who managed to get up to a really odd podium.
Yeah, we all know why that was. We all know why that was.
Oh, yeah.
There was a crash on the last lap,
team
and Paul
orders.
came through to take P3.
Tom had a bit of team orders, decided to try and kill everyone, but worked out in the end, didn't it? And Costa, I'm sure, will not make that same mistake again. He will absolutely be right on it with strategy today, I think. But I just gotta wonder, having seen the conditions, will the likes of Jake maybe be this slow because he's running a dry setup? Because he'll not be dry at the end. Maybe he'll be thinking about the long game here, because if he can hold on to that 5th place, which is doing okay at the moment, then he could be alright. Looks like Corey though is starting to catch
Corey's
Costa.
Putting the pressure on. Oh, it seems like ages since we've had a battle between these two,
especially for a
Costa
win.
and Corey, especially for a win, yeah. Because it was normally between himself. Well, it was. I know he's had a battle with him for the lead before, but it was usually between himself and Paglia. They'd have the battles in the Williams last year. So it's going to be a really intriguing one. Costa, of course, was driving for Haas last year. He's moved to Red Bull. Corey drove the Williams, moved to Ferrari. So different cars, same people, and probably going to be a very hard-fought battle if Corey can close up the gap at all.
So then lap
And,
5, there's a long way to go here, and it's
a
just
long,
a
long way.
just a question of if the rain stops soon in the next sort of 5 to 10 laps, they could possibly be able to take mediums to the end. Just depending on how long, because
Yes.
you need to think about what tire they'll go on to, because say it stops now and they have to pit lap 7 or 8, then they cannot go on mediums to the end. I don't see them lasting, so that could really be an issue for them. The strategy for the dries when they go onto them.
Yes. So they've really got to be thinking while they're driving
And that
about.
leads to a bit of pressure being put on. Because suddenly you can think way
Yes.
too hard about the strategy, and that will lead to mistakes. And especially when you've got two guys now fighting you for the win, it could become a bit of an issue.
Yeah, of course. Zedder Mercedes, he wants to be up in this position because he wants to bring himself really into the championship fight. He wants to outscore Abbey and Wisely, get himself up there for the Mount Atlantic challenge. He's currently 49 points off the championship lead, but it's not. He's completely mathematically within a chance of it, and we've
Yep.
seen people come back from large deficits, i.e., Tom last year, to come back and win a championship.
I think Senna Mercedes, what he's got now at the moment, which the two Tauruses have really struggled with recently, that's the consistency. When don't you see Senna
Yeah,
Mercedes right up there anymore? You know, he's always there,
yeah,
thereabouts.
yeah, and you know he should have had he won in Australia technically, but he got it taken away from him
Yep.
by penalty, so he should be another 25 points closer than he is right now. But anyways, it is what it is, and battle between Jake, Tao, and Abby rages on. Abby's just kind of sticking himself there, and Wisely's just absolutely nowhere. Obviously, the lack of racing over the past 2 weeks is kind of looks like it's taking its toll. Um, just not really on it. Maybe he'll come back in the dry conditions later on, but we're about to go on to lap 7, and it's just kind of simmering at the moment between Costa, Corey, and Zeta Mercedes. It's going to come to fruition shortly, but we'll just have to wait.
Just looking at ERS, Costa's got 100%. So he's been
Yeah,
saving a lot. He's been ready for this battle. It's just about when it actually starts.
yeah, they're all relatively well. I mean, yeah, Costa's got a little bit more than Corey's got. Zeta Mercedes has got a little bit more than Corey. So maybe does Zeta Mercedes maybe start attacking now? Maybe Tau's just kind of sitting behind Jake right at the moment. Gets a little bit sideways. Abby, of course, just sitting behind. Behind, there's a little bit of a little
what's
bit of
going
battle
on
going on
there?
between George and Jordan. Jordan got on the curb on the braking and got locked. Went a full lock to the left as he went into the corner, which is not what you want when you're going into a right-hander, of course. But
Yes. Give him
looks
a
like Corey
decent
made a
run though. He
mistake or something.
nearly actually got up to the back of George, but he looks to be struggling now. Obviously, an issue with overheating tires in this game is that what I've found is that if it's raining, it actually the tire temps do go through the roof. It's really weird because you'd expect them to stay actually cooler. And there's another little slide there from Corey. I wonder if he is just sort of starting to feel the overheating because it does really affect you in the rain.
You can see how much he's pushing. He's using a lot of ERS, and Costa just kind of sitting there as having a nice little drive around, saving his ERS.
Yeah.
So I think Zeta Mercedes may also be doing a similar thing. Yeah, he's got more ERS than Corey. So we'll see what happens here. Costa just saving it up through that section, then he'll unleash it down the straight just to make sure he stays ahead. Of course, the lack of DRS will help him too. And you
Yep.
can just see Alice Killer in the background there, a little further behind. Then you can just see the little battle between Jake, Tao, and Abby, which is going on. You see Jake maybe trying to cool the tires down by going over there, a little bit defensive as well, but getting across the surface water could potentially bring the surface temperature down a little bit.
It's still raining, and this will just get more and more difficult as they go on, because the best way about going about it is actually the slower and more consistent you drive, the longer the tires are going to stay good. Because I had
Yeah,
done a bit of
which is
experimenting with this, and I just wonder who's actually doing that, because Alice Killer could probably easily catch these guys, because it looks like Corey's struggling. That'll be holding up Zeta Mercedes, right?
Yeah, look, he's lost massively in that sector. Look,
And
1.6 now, and Zeta Mercedes is on him.
I just wonder how much Alice Killer is actually pushing right now. He's got 100% ERS. He's using 1 on the energy. Is he just sort of waiting until he can actually, you know, see that the others are
Yeah.
struggling?
Yeah, Wise looks like he's in no man's land, so he's just doing his own bit of saving as well.
Yeah.
So he's just going to be waiting for later on in the race, and that's when his chance is going to come. Abby also on 100% ERS, sitting behind these guys. Uh, Tao, he's got a very distinct driving style. It's just sideways. Is his driving style. You see him? Oh my god! On the way out of him, here we go now. Maybe move on, but I think Jake saved up enough ERS to keep ahead down the straight.
Yeah.
They come into the braking zone. Nothing on for him. Again, getting sideways. On the way out, instead of Mercedes, half a second behind Corey now up front.
Yeah, Costa's starting to get that gap up now. Not using the
Yeah.
ERS though yet. See, another thing about
Yeah.
this ERS, of course, since it is raining, you're naturally gonna save a lot more. But I
Yeah.
just wonder, are they even able to really use it? Is there anywhere where it's actually gonna help them? Because in situations like this, you'd actually say you're on overtake mode. It's probably better that you aren't, because the amount of torque you'll get could actually really affect you if you got overheating tires.
Yeah, so you got to take a lot into account. The only real corner that's going to affect you is the exit of the last corner, where you can unleash it. And just Tao, it's just on edge with him through every single corner.
I
He's
know.
fighting the car the whole way through, and it can't be helping his tires doing that, unleashing all that torque on the way out, spinning the tires, increasing the surface temperature. But again, if he's adapted to that driving style, then that's what he's got to do. You can see the varying lines from the two of them there. Jake taking a wider line through the hairpin. Mightn't help him if Tao gets the exit.
It's just leaning towards, to me anyway, they're gonna have to pit for new inters soon. Because it's still
Yeah,
raining, and I can't see it becoming dry anytime soon. But then again, it can change quickly. But for now, it's just looking at the tires are just very fragile.
Yeah, Abby's also kind of backed away from this group, and Wisleg's actually he's putting a bit of a push on. He's pushed and he's caught these guys by about a second in the past lap or so. And Samster and George having a real old battle down here for P9. You can see George trying to hang it around the outside as Samster sticks it up the inside. George should get that one, which he does do, but Samster's completely off the road, so he's going to have to secede that position.
I
And
think there's front wing
you can
damage
see-
there. I think there's front wing
Oh, it
damage.
looks like we've got a car off the track. Yeah, it was banana times cutting the chicane. But you can
Yeah.
see now,
Soundster front
Corey.
right wing damaged.
yeah, Corey is attacking, but Costa's saving. So, you got to think, who's really in control?
Costa, I'd say, is still very much in control of the situation. He's got still all his energy left. If he needs
Yeah.
it, he'll use it. He's controlling this beautifully. He
Beautifully
knows
done, man.
that there's only one real place for an overtake here, and he's using his ERS at that one place, and that means Corey's never going to get him, unless there's a mistake made.
You can see how much ERS he's used in that one lap. He's used 50% of it almost. And we'll just keep an eye behind for any moves between Tao and Jake. Now, they're kind of just in stalemate now. Just following each other's lines.
That's just one consequence of the rain, isn't it? It's just a track like this, you're not going to be able to get any passing done, unless you want to damage your car.
But you can see that it's completely switched the race up from the very beginning. And there's our first retirement. That's banana times. Don't know if he's crashed. No yellow flags. Looks like he's just
There's
retired from the race.
A lot of yellows around turn 2. Just trying to save his cars there. Yeah, he's retired coming out of the pits, I think. I just sort of the car's going to park off. Side looks like though Scott actually was right on the back of Tim Veg, just as I was trying to find banana
Yeah, he
times.
is,
He's
yeah.
looking,
Shouldn't try it there, boy.
but he looks
Have a
quicker,
little
doesn't
think
he?
about it. He definitely looks quicker. Quite considerably.
Yes.
By the amount of speed he's able to carry through the corners. There's nowhere really to do an overtake through this section. So he's going to have to wait behind as the other two cars behind of Joseph and Dutch Tricks have a little fight, and looks like is there going to be any change between anybody up front? I don't think so.
I think it is just the lack of DRS here really just means there's nothing that they can do on the straights. Costa's got more than enough ERS to defend with.
Yeah, and Jake and Tao are so matched on pace that nobody can do anything.
Look at this.
I mean,
Oh no, there's been an accident there. They were side by side. Joseph and Dutch Tricks into the last corner, and there was contact. Joseph into the wall on the left hand side. And,
yeah, he's missed the pit lane as well, so he has to do a lap.
I just hope he keeps it on the track and doesn't retire or anything, because you can be very tempted to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, most of that front wing on the left hand side is just gone, isn't it? It's basically just a flat piece of wood now. Might as well be.
Yeah. No use at all to anybody. So Costa, he knows where he can save the ERS, and he knows where he can attack, because Corey attacks through that. He's very good through that section. However, it comes to nothing because Costa just turns up the electrical deployment and stays ahead.
Yeah. But he is considerably
He's closer than he has
isn't he?
been. Yeah, he's definitely closer than he has been. So
if he gets a good run.
he needs the run. He's a little touch wide there, so I don't think he's going to get it.
He just...
So Costa's going to stay ahead for that one, I think.
Yeah, he just sort of slid through the corner, didn't he?
Yeah, you could see how much the rain was affecting his run out of there, just understeered. And Jake, Tao, and Abby still together, no changes between those guys, all very, very even on pace. I'm sure the lap times are so even between them. But Tao again, just full lock to the left coming through that corner. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's very... I'm sure he's having fun with it, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Looks like fun.
Because he's a no assist driver in the rain, the same as Jake. So got to be really careful with the throttle inputs, and you can kind of see Corey. He's really putting on an attack here. He just brought it to 3/10 of a second, the gap there, and he's really throwing the car through the left and right. It just looks like he's got a little bit more downforce than Costa's got, but it's not really helping him down the straights. Let's see what he can do. He's saving a little bit more than he has been. So, I don't know. Can Corey make a move for the lead?
I think he can if he gets this good run this time, but will he?
Yeah,
because we saw him last time.
He's going to have to pull a mega dive bomb to get past. You can see Costa just tighter line, as you can see there, and just got the exit. It was a decent exit from Corey, but Costa got an even better one than he did. So coming down towards turn 1, it's going to be nothing for Corey. Closes up in the braking zone, as you can see.
You must get tempted to dive down the inside sometimes.
Yeah, I can tell you. I thought that was wise. Never mind. It's Abby. I can mix up the cars already. Tao, he's so close to the back of Jake, but
oh wow.
Is he going for a move? He thought about, Samster's out. The Canadian is out of the race, and that looks like it's gone. It's on the pit straight, by the looks of things. Or is it in the pit lane?
I don't know. Could it be the pit entry? That would be awkward. I don't think it is. Can't see any cars there. Where'd he go? Must have been on the pit. He must have just pitted and retired. But one person he also pitted there is Scott. Maybe his tires have went. I wonder if we're going to see a ride of pit stops here. We've still got Corey right on the back of Costa. If they are pitting, maybe he'll fancy pitting and just try to get an undercut. Although it's questionable how used to that way. But riding on board with Corey, he's absolutely throwing that Ferrari into every corner and doing everything he can to just catch up. He's really pushing it here.
Yeah, you can also see
he just lost the back end. He just lost the back end. Can't get a run, and that could help Zeta Mercedes. Because he's having better exits. He really is.
So top 3, nice and close together. with about, let's say, well, a little bit less than halfway to go. Still raining.
Yes.
So this
Quite
rain's gonna,
heavily. It's a bit lighter than it was at the start, wasn't it? And especially since it's
yeah,
supposed to be dry at
definitely.
the end, it's possibly going to dry up soon. By the way, to the viewers, do feel free to put your thoughts in the comments. I've noticed that not one person's even said hi in a while. Come on, say something, please.
Yeah, so even spacing between the top three, Costa, Corey, and Denver States. It's a very different top three to what we're used to.
Yeah, but I like it.
I do like it.
It's
Abby's attacking.
it's a little reminiscent of last season.
Last year, just with I know Zeta Mercedes was in ILR1 at that time.
Well, he was probably up there.
Corey, he closes up through here, and as you can see, look at how much ERS he's got this time.
Could be something, wouldn't it?
Just,
Although
again, he doesn't get the exit though.
I'm
down towards.
quite interested to see what Ty and Abby are going to do, because Abby is sort of right on these guys now. And with Ty having a bit of a per exit again, I mean, I could see Abby really going for a move soon. Because
Yeah.
once again, it's a bit like the Zeta Mercedes situation. If Corey keeps having bad exits, then it would leave Zeta Mercedes an opening to go for a move. Oh wow! Look at that! There's a car off there of Joseph. And Costa is going to lose the lead here in a second if he isn't careful. He had to go right off.
Corey.
He had to go off to the
close.
grass. What happened? He had to go to the grass, avoiding that Mercedes, and it is really going to cost him in a minute.
Oh, Corey taps him a little bit. Look at Zeta Mercedes behind.
Oh man.
Oh, this is going to get spicy. But Costa, he just about held on to that one.
The back marker seriously has just put everything into a bit of a state of chaos. He crashed on the exit of turn 3, and Costa must have just stormed. He lost the back end and went straight up to Narnia, and somehow he kept it on the road in the lead. It's mad how he's managed to do that. But Corey, surely he's gonna sense a chance. He knows this could be his only chance.
Costa's in.
Won't ever get to find out then if he would have got him. But we
We'll
might
have
find
Costa
out
instead
if
of
Zeta
Mercedes then,
Mercedes.
that's fine.
Yes, we might find out if Zeta Mercedes will get him, because he's got a good run.
A very good run.
It's not really worth going for it, is it? Though.
No. They're gonna be pitting next lap, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Tao and Abby came in. Jake did not. So they're trying to get the overcut. These got all these guys are trying to get the undercut on each other. Weisig stays out. So lots happening on track. Where do all these guys come out relative to
Oh,
Costa
look
comes
at that.
out just behind George.
That's really unfortunate if he catches. I don't think he will, but if he does, it'll be quite a bit awkward for Costa. Jordan is quite a way behind, and he's going to be holding Ty up. He may not have a chance at jumping
And
Jake.
Abby's come out in a really bad place.
Yeah.
He's come out behind Maladiktis. You can just put a car between himself and Tao.
Yeah, Abby nearly lost it there. He's got a good run on though. Malak doesn't he? Take a lot of bravery to go through there, and he's got a penalty, as well. But he's looking like a move. Could he try it into the chicane? Costa, by the way, he's going to get through there, Abby. He was let through. But Costa, look at this. Held up in the S's. Really held up here. And he's going to have to try and pass George. But where's he going to do that?
Oh.
Corey's into the pits. And
I just saw Tao got into the back of Jordan through the chicane. The top
Costa!
three are in.
Down the inside!
Oh.
This is really dangerous here. He's losing
Good
so much
reactions
time.
from George. He should have just waited for George. George was coming
Zeta
in.
Mercedes
Didn't know
is
that.
being held up a little bit there. I thought he might have been able to get Corey for a second.
He definitely got held. But where is Costa? Where's Corey? He's at the pit exit. Costa's gonna get him.
Alex Killer's right on this. Look, Alex Killer's right there on the back of Zeta Mercedes.
He's gained massively.
Yeah,
he's right
he has.
behind it. He gained about 5 seconds in those stops.
Like I said, Zeta Mercedes got held for so long. I was wondering if Alex Killer would have got. I mean, just about didn't. But yeah, Costa somehow managed to gain time out of that. I guess it just shows how good new tires are. Yeah, with having to make a very risky overtake at the same time. He's looking good.
Yeah, but Alice Killer, good win out of that one. Um, Jake and Wiselig stayed out
I just wonder
up
if they're
front.
staying out, hoping that the rain's going to stop, because at this point, have they really got much to lose? Because they're gonna fall far down now, aren't they? Because we're just seeing how
Yeah,
good the new tires will work, and Wiselig is already about to be overtaken by Costa. It's not too far away from him. So will they just stay out? Will they just go for it and
yeah.
just hope for the
I would.
best?
The rain's definitely lighter, but I don't think it's going to dry up anytime soon. We're at
Yeah,
half distance now, and Jake, he's just so tentative through those corners. He's staying in fourth gear constantly through those corners, being very gentle with the steering
I think
as
they are staying
Costa
out.
catches up. Yeah, they're
Well,
definitely both of them are.
remember I was
Interesting
saying
choice.
earlier, I did say that Jacob.
Oh, Corey almost binned it
Oh,
into the wall on the last corner. Well saved.
Costa fast slap, but as well. But
How
and
fast
then
slap?
then ties good, but I know I said earlier that Jake could be playing the long game for the dry tires, and you know he hasn't had much pace here. Has he just spent this whole time conserving the tires? Because he must have an idea. Look how slow he is. He must have an idea of when the rain's going to stop. Surely he's playing the long game here. He'll have a dry setup ready for later, and
Yeah.
he could still win this race if he can just keep the tires alive.
Oh, Costa's stuck
Oh,
behind Wise.
wow.
Like that's disastrous for him. He's going to lose so much time as he gets. You can see how much Corey closed up in that
Oh,
one corner
wow.
alone.
Now, it'll
He's
tell a
desperate.
lot here. If Wiselig desperately defends this one, it'll tell a lot about whether he wants to stay out for a while or not.
Look how far Corey's come. He's caught about a second in that one
Oh,
section. Costa's
wow!
almost in the wall.
On board there, Finn.
Oh,
That was horrible. He could
and
seriously have been in the
that
wall
has
there.
cost Costa dearly.
Oh, he's gonna
Corey's
go.
right behind him. He's going to go wide. Oh, can Corey get the traction? Not quite. And Wisely, he's staying out.
Yeah, he's going.
So
He's waiting
he's
for the
going
rain
to
to stop.
defend.
The rain is so light now; it's gonna stop anytime soon. And Wiselig is
Right.
absolutely doing Corey a massive favour right now, and Jake as well.
Yeah, because these guys are losing time in the meantime, stuck behind Costa, not going for any stupid move by dive bombing, but inside he's got to make a move past. He's just going to get stuck behind, and this is a crucial point in the race.
And of course, Wiselig right now, he's playing himself really well into the second place. If he could just keep ahead until it's time for dries, then he's put himself right in position here. But round the outside to turn 4, that's not going to work.
Sure.
Look out for Corey, because you'll have a bit more speed just as a result of Costa having to slow down now.
Oh, Costa's desperate to get past, but there's absolutely no room up through this section whatsoever. Costa dives out of the slipstream, but no. And actually, in a way, this is kind of
They're catching Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, it's
Because-
ridiculous. This is all going to close
Yeah.
up. My prediction about Wiselig could still be right here.
Yes, we could still well be within a shot here.
Because this is getting close.
Oh, is Corey gonna have a look? No. Stills behind what Wislig's driving amazingly to keep that car in a straight line and keep these two on fresh inters behind them. Fantastic driving.
I'm
now let's
surprised
see
the Senna Mercedes
behind.
isn't getting closer because he's had his championship rival there, holding on to second. This is his opportunity to get in amongst all this.
Is this Costa's chance now? He got a decent run, but is he gonna be able to have a dive at him into turn one? Yes,
Yep.
he's gonna go for
Oh.
it. Long Daniel Ricciardo-esque lunge. Can he get the traction wisely? He's on older tyres, but he's still there on the inside line as we run down towards turn 3. He's still on the inside. Costa gives him the space. There's going to be contact there. There is contact between them. Costa's still on the outside. Wise is going to hang it around the outside. Watch for Corey behind as they run up the hill. Corey's going to get Wiselig as well. He's going to follow him through around the outside of turn 4. Surely not. And Corey gets jammed behind. And that's not what he wanted. He's going to be stuck behind. And look who's there now. Alice
Yeah.
Killer and ZR Mercedes.
And here we go on the
Oh.
inside.
Oh, there's
Corey's
no
gotta
room
go
there,
for it.
Corey. Why's he got to cut the corner there? Because he had nowhere to turn into.
Yeah,
And look at this train. He's got a train now.
it's still raining as well. So
It is still raining,
with
yes.
every lap, this is going to
20.
get more and more difficult.
Yeah, Wisely now already 1.1 behind. Costa's just disappearing up the road, and Corey needs to get past because now he's got Senna Mercedes filling his mirrors, and Alex Killer's right in the fight now. And there goes Corey. Oh, that's a difficult move to make. He's gonna have to hang around the outside of the next corner. Last corner, all the way around the outside, traction with the intermediate tires, and he's done it. Lovely move, Corey.
But he's not got the exit again.
He
Here
has
comes
again,
Wisely.
and watch for Zeno Mercedes. Might have a go with him further back. He's a little bit too far back, and Corey, down the inside of Wisely, and Zeno Mercedes is going to get the cutback on them all. And as they come down the hill, they're almost locking tires. As Corey's on the outside of the next corner, all the way on the outside of turn 2. Can he make this work? He's on fresh tires. Alice Killer's right with them now as well as they fight for position,
Wisely.
and Corey's ahead. And Zeno Mercedes is going to get through as well. It looks like, yeah, Zeno Mercedes is going to follow him straight through, no time lost, and Zeno Mercedes has gained hugely from that. He's right on the back of Corey now.
Wisely tires are gone. I wonder if we might have a puncture in a second because
Alice
these,
Killer as well up the inside and off.
Oh wow!
Contact,
That was always
off.
going to happen there. He was absolutely losing the rear end there. He lost it at turn 3, lost it there. What's going to happen with Jake then? Is the same going to happen to him, or is this tire saving going to really help him here? Because I mean, he is so
well,
slow.
our prediction's gone out the window.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He is 100% gone out the window now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, gets past now.
As long as he's still in the race, he's still got a chance. But here's his championship rival.
Abby almost hit him straight in the back there. That was really close. As he comes through, and Abby gets ahead.
Should have just stuck the brakes on. Should have just stuck the anchors on. Got them
Yeah.
both in the pits.
Well, Abby had some good reaction because he almost piled straight into the back of him there. And you can see how fast Costa is catching our race leader, Jake. As Wisely pits for a new wing.
Well,
It's
we
lap
saw
23 of 35. The rain's still light, but there's no sign of it stopping. And we do know that Jake is going to definitely try and bring these tyres as far as possible. But how much further can they really go?
Well, the simple fact is, let's just have a look how much time he's going to end up losing here. He's going to be not out of the points, but he's going to be around 8th if he pits now. And it doesn't really matter how long it takes him to pit. He'll end up 8th basically no matter what at this point, I think. So just go to the tires explode, bring back that old challenge, and we'll see how far he can get. Because as long as he's still in the lead, we know that you can defend right here. We saw Wisely manage it for so many laps. And
Maybe Jake was planning as soon as Costa catches him, that's his time to pit.
Well, nah, he cannot pit now. If he pits now, then he's going to have to pit a couple laps later anyway. So he might as well just stick it out as long as he can. If he thinks he can still win this race, then he has to keep it going. There's no reason for him to stay out this long. If he was going to plan.
Maybe.
Oh wow!
He can help out Corey a lot if he keeps Costa behind. He can help the guys behind.
How's his exit?
You'll see the difference. Costa's is much better out of that, but I don't think Costa's close enough to do a dive. I've been wrong before, but is he going to go for a dive? Oh, he's very late on the brakes, but no, definitely not. And Corey's now defending from Zeta Mercedes.
But now this
is have dropped back.
This will be Costa now stuck for a whole lap.
Yeah,
man.
he's stuck. Yeah, he's going to be stuck right there for a whole lap now. That was his last opportunity.
It's all going to close up again.
You can see them in the background. The Ferrari lurking. Surely not up the hill. Very brave to do so, but yeah, he's just taking a wider line. He'll get the cutback line, but he's just going to get stuck again unless he can get the traction out
wow.
of it. Oh, it's brave. You can see the difference in the traction. He sticks
Costa
it down. He gets a penalty. And look who's there. Corey's with them now.
And Jake is still holding on to this down the inside.
Costa's up the inside. There's contact. They're still fighting. Costa's ahead. Corey's now going to go around the outside, and surely this is Corey's race now.
Well, yeah,
if he
as
get
it
a penalty.
stands. Oh wow,
Yeah.
Jake really, he really did help that one close up, and now he's third. Will he just stay out? I think he's sort of got no choice, has he? Really, I don't know. Like,
he's a Mercedes. I had to think about going down the inside, and there he goes. And Jake is now out of this race.
Scott.
What happened to Jake? Oh
Scott.
dear.
Scott.
Sorry. Oh dear. He's had a huge accident at the bottom of the hill there, up towards turn 4.
That looks like he's been murdered.
Yeah, right. So Costa with a penalty, and you can see the top 5 are within camera shot.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Um, yeah, Alice is now going to get past his team. He's going to get stuck behind maybe. But
Oh,
Costa's
what
now.
on
Oh
earth?
no! God, never mind. I'm done. Corey's disconnected. Corey's disconnected.
Oh, what's happened there? Is that a Mercedes?
Alice Killer's down the inside.
Is that a Mercedes had a
Oh.
huge slide there as well. I don't know if Alice Killer broke that late that he hit him or what. But,
Well, Costa's now been gifted this.
well, let's not talk too soon here. It's still apparently meant to be dry at the end. Yeah, I think.
So,
Let me just check what the chat's saying. I think the chat were going on about this rain earlier. Let me just make sure that they haven't set it to be wet the whole race, because I think I might have heard Ollie talking about this. I need to check it though. Hold on a moment. I'm just trying to remember.
I'm gullet for Corey. I'm gullet for Corey. Jesus Christ. Surely, gotta get the man back. Can't do this to him. He was eating the shout of a race win. Last race win was Brazil in season 3. Abby's now got past him. Let's see.
I tell you, they seem to have been having an argument before the race started, whether it was going to be wet the whole race or dry at the end. I don't actually know what's going to happen. I don't know what they actually said it to, which is useful. You would have thought, since Jake said it so long, that they'd have set it up to be
Tao's now
dry.
going to get. Yeah, Tao is now going to get on the inside of him. And is he going to get that done? Yes, he is. So Jake has now done 25 laps on those intermediates.
Yeah, it's starting to fall apart now for him. The rain is not
Yeah.
stopping. It's still raining. And
And if it is going to stop, it's not going to do a hell of a lot.
Mercedes is starting to catch his teammate. I mean, all that battling really would have cost a lot of tire grip there, and you can see there he's struggling a little bit. And yeah, he just needs to make sure that that gap's over 3 seconds, but at the moment it's not. And Alice Killer, I mean, you have to say it, Alice Killer's
He's
played
been
himself.
shout.
He's played himself into position beautifully here.
Yeah, he's done
And
a brilliant job.
he just has to try and find a way to get past that Mercedes, and he could be taking an unlikely victory.
Yeah. So,
Because he's nearly within 3
Okay.
seconds of Costa, so that'll be, you know, nearly a net second for him in just a couple of moments if it keeps closing like this.
yeah. But can Zeta Mercedes go for 3 wins in 4 races? It's impressive when you think about it.
Very impressive. I mean, he's on for it right now, isn't he, at the moment, so
Yep.
just keep
He's,
it on the track and make sure that you don't make any mistakes.
He's 26 points behind Weisling in the championship, and right now Weisling's on for a no score, so he could get within a point of second place in the championship. So as long as he doesn't get a penalty in the next 8 laps, he is going to be good to go for a late title surge in the last half. With less than half of the season to go now, around 12, 21.
Just gonna ask the chat if it's meant to be wet the whole race, because there's a few people out of the race now. See if anyone actually...
I've cursed him. I have
Yeah.
cursed out of Mercedes. He's just got a penalty. So, Costa is back in prime position now. So he's got to keep himself...
I don't think he is.
Well, actually,
I don't think
hold on.
he
Does
is.
Alice Killer have a penalty? Does Alice Killer have a penalty?
I don't think he has.
Is Alice Killer going to win this race?
I've already said he would. I told you he could have a chance.
So one McLaren started on pole. They're now in 6th place, but still haven't stopped. So they're going to drop like all the way down to even out of the points potentially.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Alice Killer, he started in P9 or P7 or 8. Well, all these guys started kind of second row or below, so it's impressive. And Abby's put in a good show as well, up to 5th place from P9th, I think he started. So I'll have a quick check to see if Alice Killer has got a penalty.
Righty. I'll keep an eye on the gaps because it is very, very close for Alice Killer.
I'm afraid he has got a penalty. So
well done.
he has got a penalty. So they're all, but that means they're all even Stevens up front. So it is a
Go on,
genuine
Ty.
battle. Yeah, well, if the guys up front have an absolute disaster, well, Ollie's just crashed. So, safety car?
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I can tell you, the rain has stopped, by the way.
Right then, so Jake, your strategies worked. Yes.
So, Jake,
Do you know
I've
what?
got to say,
Actually, this could seriously affect these two Mercedes boys, or two Red Bull boys. Sorry,
Red
because
Bulls.
they're 1-2, aren't they? That's gonna be a bit of an issue.
Yes. So, who's going to get first pit stop? I'd assume Costa. So, one driver's going to have to take the car around on a dry track on inters and lose a ton of time while the other surges through. But Jake, I mean, 28 laps on those inters, and it has paid off in a way for him. And Goody's straight onto the dries. He's got straight onto the softs. Abby, by the way, he's flying. Oh, and Tao spun. Oh, you cursed him.
Looking for Jake. Jake got the fifth.
Yeah,
Good man.
Jake is through, and George comes from nowhere as usual, up into the points. 11. He's on the same strategy as everybody else around him. So, good job. He's actually technically in. He would technically be in P5 if everything. And Costa's got another penalty. So,
Yes.
Mercedes
Back
is,
on again.
it's back on. There's a lot of people pitting for dries down the back anyway. They've got nothing to lose, so they may as well. We'll see their lap times. Goody's on his way out of the pit lane. He's a lap down. Oh, he completely. Oh dear God, there's no grip right now.
This could be some real comedy here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's
Right,
ride
on board with Goody, the newly signed ILR eSports driver.
Yeah,
driving on. Oh, Tao is out of this race.
Where is the safety car game? Safety car?
Well, no. No, he's just retired. He hasn't crashed. He's just given up.
You're boring, aren't you?
Here and George, around the outside of Jake.
Oh, but Jake comes back at him now.
Yeah, George back down the inside, maybe. Yeah, George really played himself well in up here. Good job from the Spaniard, and Jake is in.
So let's go back to the comedy club, also known as the guys in the dries.
Let's watch Goody. He's letting lap cars through. He's actually 2 laps down at this point.
That's Jake's. He just cuts the corner. He doesn't even worry about it. He just goes straight through.
Gotta give Jake some. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, they've put the inters on again.
Oh dear.
How you? Oh, it just goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? Look, have a look. I'm not joking. By the way, Costa has spun, and Zeno Mercedes is in the lead. We have missed that while we were laughing at Goody.
Well then, that's something else then, isn't it? So Costa's struggling. Did he just go off at turn 3 again? I wonder.
Abby's gonna get a podium.
Yeah, Abby's sort of just coming out of nowhere. So is Wisely to a certain extent. Then again, they still have to pit, obviously, but.
Oh, that's a disaster. Jake went all that way and he forgot to change the settings.
Sums him up, doesn't it? Really.
To put them on the dries.
Once again, the luck has hit him badly. Well, I mean, Costa lost a lot of time. I don't know how we didn't notice that, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I wasn't actually paying particular attention. I was paying attention to everything that was happening behind, but he made a mistake, and Alice Killer and them are through, and Abby's now absolutely flying behind them.
Yes. Well, then, I didn't expect to see this will happen, did I? I sort of thought that Costa would be able to keep it going. I mean, it's a little bit reminiscent of last year once again, isn't it? Where it's come to crunch time and he's got it wrong again. So my predictions about that was wrong as well. I think I should just stop predicting stuff.
Yeah,
it just doesn't really work anymore.
I think it's a bit late in the race for the guys to actually switch to the dries.
I don't know.
It cost them so much time.
Mean, we need to see if they're actually quick yet on the dries. I mean, it looks like the likes of Maladikis and Dutch Tricks, they can push it now. I wonder if the likes of Abbey are going to take that risk, maybe just chance it for the victory. Because he's sort of catching Costa now anyway. He seems more confident.
Yeah,
Costa,
he's
to a
looking.
certain extent, he's got nothing to lose now, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real shame. He controlled the entire race up until it started to dry up.
I think they have to pit. They'll lose too much time. You know, Costa of all people should know that you should not be staying out any longer than you need to.
Yeah,
And his teammate, though, of course, his teammate's gonna have to pit first.
and he's in. He's pitting. Alice Killer's in as well. So obviously it's dried up really quickly. Costa's
Ooh,
is
Costa
gonna. Oh, it's a
really
late decision.
very late decision. He did not know what to do there.
Right. So who's the quickest in the dry? So it's going to be ultra soft straight to the end for all of these guys.
Do you reckon the likes of Corey might just stay to the end? Yeah, Corey's gonna just stay
Yeah,
out.
he's going to go for it.
Corey, you know, fair play to him, but he has been a bit screwed over here. He might as well just stay out, see what happens, try and get involved
Yep.
again. He's gonna end up in the
So-
podium, so it'll work out for him if he can. Abby, is he stuck? Or
Yeah,
we got?
I mean,
Oh, he's stuck.
let's be honest. If those dries had
Oh,
been put
no.
on to Jake's car before, he would have been in prime position. But
This
again,
is gonna hold his teammate up, is it? What's happening? The two Toro Rossos are held up, are they?
oh yes, they are.
So they're
And
gonna
it
get-
looks like Abby's stuck in the pits.
So does that mean they're both not going to get points then? And if that's the case, Mr. Wildcard over here, in the lead, is going to gain 25 points on the two of them. The F1 game, honestly, eSports ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was in the chat, absolutely fuming right now.
He's absolutely
Um,
fuming. And I imagine Isaac's
So
going to join him
Costa
in a second.
straight down the inside of Corey onto the podium. That was a bit of a slap in the face. And I think George is going to pick up a P4 if he can catch Corey quickly enough.
Yes, he should do. Well. he doesn't
Wow,
keep getting
okay.
penalties.
So,
we've
the
got
Toro
the two-
Rossos are stuck in the pits. And actually, Red Bull might actually take the lead in the Constructors.
Well, this is certainly looking pretty grim, isn't it? So, yeah.
Oh dear. So, we thought this was going to be Isaac's day to win. It definitely isn't.
Yeah, this is his worst race.
Yeah.
Oops.
And Corey's given up.
Apologies. Apologies.
Ooh, careful Corey on the way in. So, that's going to put George. Brilliant drive from the Spaniard.
Yes.
To put himself up to P4. He always does this. He always comes from the least likely positions and comes through to take either a podium or best of the rest there.
So
Abby's left the session.
Abby's left session. So will that actually let his teammate pit? And what will
It
happen?
does.
They're inside each
oh.
other. Oh, they're not going to do anything with him either.
The Toro Rosso crew are very confused as to what
The
to do.
the Toro Rosso crew. This is Oh, they're
Oh,
leaving.
they're leaving.
What?
Oh no, there we go.
No,
The
no,
tire's
hold on.
going on.
Oh,
there's
is he moving? Is he? Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
This might be the single most. I mean, Jake's was bad enough, but wow.
This is the single most embarrassing thing this game could really, you know. Imagine this happens in esports. It just wouldn't, would it?
No.
Because they all get their special edition game that isn't broken. Why can't we have it? Because this is what's happening. The two championship contenders here, the top two in the championship,
Are
they're
out. They're
out.
DNFs.
They're out, right? Senna Mercedes, their main rival, is leading now, and Red Bull could well take the lead in the constructors, all because this game decided it was going to break their pit garage. It's a joke. Honestly,
2 laps to go.
I would say send this to Codemasters, but we all know that they're going to do absolutely nothing about it. So,
I can confirm that Red Bull are going to take the lead in the constructors. The gap between them right now is 28. So
It's
they're
robbery.
going to yeah.
it's literally just daylight robbery, honestly. It's a complete joke. Do you seriously,
Wow.
Codemasters? Do you look at this and think we've done a good job? You're an embarrassment, really. When you've broken our lobby, and then you've done that. It's embarrassing.
Right. While Owen has an aneurysm over the corner.
Well, look at it. It's ruined their races.
Yeah, Isaac's out.
They're both
That's
left.
Confirmed DNF.
It's a joke. And Senna
So-
Mercedes, exceeding the track limits a bit there. He doesn't want to. Well, actually, sorry, no, the corner cutting's inconsistent on that corner, so he won't get anything. Sorry, forgot Codemasters hadn't a clue how to code their games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm angry.
we're on the final lap, by the way, of this really. I don't even know what to make of that race. If I'm totally honest, but it's ended up with this man in the lead. Lobby broke, brought it back. Jake started on pole. The two Red Bulls absolutely minced them off the line. Costa took the lead, controlled the entire race until he made an error. So Zeta Mercedes straight through, and right now he's on course to take 3 wins from 4. You can take nothing away from him, really. Even with all of this happening, he's still been consistently going at it, and he's going to take 25 points out of both Toro Rosso drivers. So he's now going to be 1 point behind Weislich in P2, and in total he's going to be about he's going to be right in the fight now. He's going to be about 26 points behind, 27 points the championship lead. So this is really bringing the title fight to a really cool climax. But 3 wins from the last 4. Zehar Mercedes wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Alice Killer, P2, take nothing away from Costa. I think he's going to be ruining that mistake he made, because if he comes to the line and takes P3, he'll still be happy nonetheless. And our resident favourite Spaniard, George, in the number 13 car, comes through, and he's going to take a brilliant P4. Take nothing away from that guy either. Corey, I think he's been robbed of a race victory.
Yep.
Robbed
What a
completely
surprise!
of a race victory.
What a surprise! Who could have saw that one coming?
Got DC'd. He's going to take P5.
Well,
and
at least,
Jake, I just didn't even know anymore.
At least Corey could come back this time.
Yeah. Tell you what, Dutch Tricks, what a drive from the back of the grid.
Oh, whoa,
to 7th.
Be careful not to crash. Oh, he nearly bent it.
drive.
Oh!
Oh God. Fatal accident on the pit straight. Maladikis.
Oh, Maladikis, be careful. Oh God. Oh!
Oh dear. Jordan's going to come in the fray now, 9th. Scuba's going to come across in P10. They're going to avoid all the carnage.
Oh my God.
Oh my, what do we even say about that race?
I think that little car park just sort of sums up everything that's went on there.
Yeah, a car crash of a race, and somehow Zeta Mercedes has come out on top after all of that. So, stands on top for the 3rd time in 4 races. Alongside him, Alice Killer and his teammate Costa. And he's now well within the realms of a championship. So it really brings some interesting, an interesting element to the championship fight as we head to Spa next week.
Well, yeah, Spa. It's a classic track, and certainly one which will, well, give us a lot of action. Rain, quite likely at a track like that. I think we saw rain last season, really shake it up. But yeah. I mean, I don't like leaving these in bad notes, but how can we win against this? Like, Codemasters just don't seem to care. We can't have, you know, Weisling and Abbey just being screwed over. Abbey was on for a possible podium there. Possible. And it's been... Actually, no, sorry, it would have been a podium because of all the penalties that Costa had. So...
Yes, it would have been.
It would have been a nailed-on podium. He got stuck in the pits. And then it got his teammates stuck as well. And that has changed the whole complexity of the championship. That doesn't sound very fair to me. Well,
no, so the gap between everybody at the top of the championship is now 27 points. But at least Abbey can probably take some solace in the fact he's still leading the championship. So he's got that. So he's just got to come back and keep consistent. But he has been, from the past couple of races now, he has been victim to a similar situation. He got DC'd from France when he was out leading comfortably. So he should be a lot further ahead than he is. But what can we do? This is what we deal with.
I mean, there's just been so many issues today, hasn't there? Like, I mean, we had just from even when the lobby broke earlier, we had to sort of change the weather about. This isn't probably what the weather was going to originally do. We don't really know what would have happened. and then that happening, and the fact that how many crashes were there, and there was no virtual safety cars, no full safety cars, nothing.
I didn't even see any yellow flags on my end, but anyways,
There were cars
um,
crashing
just
left, right, centre in one particular lap, and they weren't putting anything out for it.
yeah, just seeing the Jake was just saying that he brought his tires to 81%, and Jeff changed strategy. So
Something else that shouldn't really be happening.
yeah, so once again, Jake leaves winless.
And of course Corey as well. What the hell was that?
Yeah, he was well within a shot of that win as well.
That was
But I
Corey's.
think
That was Corey's
yeah, and
win.
Corey's in the chat. My head's gone. Send help. So I think we're just gonna have to round up the stream before we end up ranting on for about an hour.
Well, thank you for watching anyway this week. I think it's been a good week of racing anyway. And like I say, Belgium next week, one of the classic tracks. And yeah, let's just hope that the game isn't that broken then. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all on Thursday again. So, ciao.